Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Dr. Rosalind L. Shaw, and this is a tutorial for my video web show. First of all, let's go to your web show. Now, there are two ways to actually go to your web show. You can actually go through the main web show, through the main website, which is myvideotalkusa.com/your ID number. When you get there, of course, press enter at the bottom, and then you'll have to log in. Log in with your ID number and your password. Once you've logged in with your ID number and your password, it will then take you to a screen where you can just see the link that you're looking for. Here you have a link for your studio, support, your boardroom, and your web show home page. So if you click right there, it takes you straight to your web show home page. Now feel free at any time to put this recording and put this tutorial on pause. That may be on a different tab or a different window. You can begin to do the things that we're implementing here. Now, there's a second way that you can log in actually to your web show, where you can actually bypass going through your main website. The way that you do that is that you just type your ID number .myvideowebshow.com, and that also takes you directly to your website. This way it bypasses having to go through the logging in of your main website and clicking enter and logging in. You don't have to do all of that actually, because every one of our features has its own identity and you can actually go directly to it. So I suggest that you be able to do this. Your ID number .myvideowebshow.com. Once you're there and you've logged in, just like we did before, because now I'm already logged in, you click Account Dashboard at the top right-hand corner. The Account Dashboard takes you into everything that relates to your video web show. This is where all the working takes place. Okay, now once you're here, and you have to understand what the web show is all about. The web show is like having your own television network, like a USA, TNT, TBN, CBS, and every one of those networks, which is really what we have here, has multiple shows that are on that network, correct? And for every show, there are different episodes of that show. Well, this is the same thing we have here, except we just call it a web show. For every show, the show is like having the complete network, or being Grey's Anatomy or CBS News or whatever your favorite show is on television. Then you have different episodes of that show, and that would be the various videos that are related to that show. So in essence, you don't have to keep starting a new video every time, or should I say, you don't have to start a new show every time you're doing a new video for the same topic. So if it's a cooking show, you can have you show them how to do pancakes, you show them how to do an omelet, you show them, all of that goes under the title of cooking show. So what do we do first? First, we've got to create shows. So we go over here to the left where it says shows, or either here where it says new show. And this is just redundant. It's in the same, it means the same thing in either place that you go. And what we're looking for is new show. So we're going to create a new show. And I'm going to call this show Video Tutorial. Then for that show, you want to add a logo to that show. Now you've got to already have these things kind of created on your computer. And so you want the graphics to already be done. So I'm just going to go and just find some graphics. I'm going to go into my picture folder and just pick a graphic and drop it in there. The graphics have to be in JPEG. Then you can type a description. And then you can put a category for the description. And you have a choice of categories that relate to whatever your subject matter is. Then you have questions that they ask you, and these are up to you. It's your preference. Are you going to display the number of viewers on your show page? Do you want people to know how many people are watching or not? So if you don't, you just click no. When you're off the air, when you're not online, do you want people to see the last video that played, or do you want them to see a message that says off the air? Usually you want them to see the last video that was playing. Do you want them to see the chat box or not? For this purpose, I'm going to click no, because I usually use my chat box when I'm on live, opposed to when it's just playing over and over again. And then do I want to set this particular page as my profile page? So we're going to put a check mark in that box. Over here to the right, you'll see where it says set a password for this show. What you have the ability to do here is make every show password protected. So in the event that you had a pay-per-view show and you have that capability, now they don't pay you within My Video Talk, it's outside of My Video Talk, so all the funds go to you. But you set up, you say you're like a PayPal account or something, and people pay you for that particular show, and then you send a password out to them, which actually means that nobody can see that show if they don't have the password. So if you want to be password protected, then you would actually type a password here, and then from this second box right here, you can actually send the password to your friends directly from My Video Talk. When you're done, you click Save Show. Now, step 2, after we save the show, now we're going to add some show details. My Video Talk has put some things in place for us to have search engine optimization so that we can be found easily when people are searching and looking for things. So there's a thing called tags. Some of you may or may not know what those are. But they help people find you when they're Google searching or MSN searching or whatever search engine they desire to use. But you have to give them tags. You have to put tags on that particular website. So My Video Talk has already encompassed that and added that to what we're doing. And you can find a topic that's related to what you're doing. And you can check mark, and then even you can put tag words. Like I could just put tutorial, put a space, and put video. You know, as many tags as you want right there, and those are things that just help you find what you're doing. Then there are things that some people use called Google AdSense. Google AdSense is something that you actually pay for, that you can have your own ads and you can make money from them. Usually you see lots of Google AdSense on free websites, because that's why I tell people free is not really free, because there are always somebody's ads on the sides of the page. But here we've incorporated Google AdSense into our own system that you can benefit from it. So now we click Save Show. And as you can see, here's that show right here, video tutorial. Now, let's click Edit. Let's look at a few more things under the video tutorial. Here we see the video tutorial. If we want to broadcast, we could go completely straight to the broadcast now, right now, or we can go to the show. We can change our logo if we need to. We can change anything that needs to be changed. All these other things you've already seen, but I want you to see what you hadn't seen. Here's how you share your show. Here you see the show URL. This is the URL that you use at the top when you want to go directly to the show. If you want to send that out by email to anyone and invite them to your show, this is what they get. The other thing that I suggest people to do is to go and buy a domain name, and I will show you in a different tutorial on exactly how to get a domain name and how to forward your domain name to anything else. But here's what you do. You buy that domain name and you forward the domain name to this, because sometimes this is a little long, it's a little lengthy to give out to people and they really won't remember it. And you want people to have something that they can remember. I call it a phrase that stays. Also, if you want to embed the stream, embed what you're recording, you have the capability here. All you have to do is copy and paste this, and you give it to a webmaster or web designer. You put it right there on your regular website outside of my video talk, and you can stream it directly, or you can stream it with your chat box. That's totally up to you. So they actually see you in two places. Then you can show your page theme, and you can decide whether you want that theme designed on the show page, and you can have it auto-generated or not. Then you can also have a ticker. Now that ticker goes across the screen, tick, 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 tick. It doesn't make that sound, but that's how it moves all the way across your screen. Kind of like what you see on the news when it scrolls on the bottom and there's a message scrolling while you're watching the news. Or if you're watching ESPN, there's always a ticker at the bottom showing you different sports and their scores and the things that are going on while you're watching the show. Well, we also have that capability. So now we can say, I want the ticker to be on or off. If you click you want the ticker to be on, then you can actually type whatever it is that you want people to read as the ticker's going along. Okay, and all you do is type one line, and it's going to slowly go across the top of your screen. You can choose whether you want to go from left to right or from right to left. And then again, last but not least, we still have some more show tags that are available to us. That was the same tags that we had already done before. And now we want to save the show one more time. Okay, so now we're actually ready to broadcast. But before we broadcast, let's make sure that we've got the correct banners are going across our screen, and that's called Theme Designer. Right over here on the left-hand side, you'll see Theme Designer. What that is, every particular show that you have, remember the show is the totality of everything. Every show that you have has its own banner or branding across the top of it. So here is where you can actually add your banner. You click Add a New Theme, as I just did, and then you give that theme a name. So I'm going to call it Tutorial. You can upload a background image if you desire, and you can find background images in your Google. You can Google background images. You can put a different subject if you like skies, or if you like stars, or if you like water. You can put that in, and sometimes you might want to put like 1200 x 1200, 1200 by 1200. So it'll be a really large background image. But either way, it's set up here so that it won't repeat horizontal, vertical, horizontal, and vertical. So let's go ahead and put something in here. Let's again use this little picture of Galveston. We've got that in there, and we've got it on no repeat. So when we have it on no repeat, we could go down here and take a look and see what this is going to look like by just clicking Preview Theme. So they're asking us, do we want to preview the theme? We want to do it for video tutorial. Of course, I have some other shows in here. So we're going to preview the screen. We'll wait for it to open. And as you can see, there's a background that's behind it. That water is sitting back there underneath it. And it's on no repeat at this particular point. So you have a choice. That's something you can just kind of play around with and see what it looks like different ways. Click horizontal and then look at it. Click vertical and look at it. Click horizontal and vertical and see which way you like it. You've got all these options of doing it top left, top center. You know, center is probably the best thing to use. That centers everything. And then you can also change your background colors, your text color, your link colors. And what I tell people is go here and click these and choose some crazy colors so you can actually see what gets changed. That's the best way to know. You say, well, what's going to change? Well, just pick wild colors. Make it look real psychedelic, and then you can come back and make it look the way you want. And once you do that, then you can come right back down here and click Preview Theme. And now we'll look at this psychedelic. Absolutely psychedelic, isn't it? But here it is. At least you know what's going to change, what text is going to change, which background images are going to change, which borders are going to change, everything. And then you can go back and adjust it accordingly so that it makes sense. Now, if you want a banner going across the top of your screen, which I suggest that you get a banner. You can get banners done. You can do banners yourself, and they have to be a specific size. And as it says here, the optimum width is 960 pixels, but you can upload any size you want. Let's see if we can find a banner. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Okay, and then again, you've got the options of how you position that banner. You can even have it auto resized for you. Say if it's a small banner, they'll resize it. And remember, all of our banners are hyperlinkable. So when people click the banner, it takes them somewhere else. So here is where you actually put, where do you want them to go? Let's just say if I want them to go to my main website, myvideotalkusa.com/my ID number. Then when they click that banner, now it's going to take them to my main website. So let's preview that banner. Let's preview that theme. Okay, so that's a big banner I put up there. But that's how it works. And everything that we've put there with our psychedelic look and everything. And then once you've got what you want, click Save Theme. And you're done. Okay, so that's everything about our shows. Now, let's actually broadcast the show. So we can click over here, we can click Broadcast Now. And you've got so many different ways to broadcast. When you click Broadcast Now, you got to say what show do you want to broadcast. So we're going to say Video Tutorial. And for many of you, this may already be red when you get there, meaning your record is off. So the thing to do is to click to turn it on. What that allows you to be able to do every time you broadcast, you will automatically record whatever it is you're broadcasting. Otherwise, you'll click it and you can broadcast, and then you have to click another button for it to record. So to alleviate having to do that, you can already just turn it green for every broadcast. Now, for many of you, after you do that, you're going to have to come here to the Simple Web Broadcast, the number 1, and click underneath here the blue writing where it says Open Configuration Settings. And it gives you the settings for your computer that are necessary for you to broadcast. And we're ready actually to broadcast. But if this is your first time doing it, you more than likely need to come to number 2 because you need to now install these plugins. You need to make sure that your computer is up to date with these plugins. .NET Framework, DirectX Framework, and Flash Player ActiveX. More than likely it may already be up to date, but you can also always click those and make sure. Then you want to download and install this broadcaster. And once you do that, you'll probably have to restart your computer and come back to this same spot again. So you can feel free to do that if you need to. But you click Download Broadcaster and it takes you through all the steps of downloading the broadcaster. Once that's done and you're back at this page, if you've already done that, and if you're already up to date, you're ready now to go live with your broadcast. So we come here and we click Broadcast Now, the little red button. We click Broadcast Now. I always like to open it up full screen. We'll wait a few minutes, and our Adobe Flash Player settings come up, so we want to click Allow. And when we click allow, our camera turns on and we're actually should be able to see ourselves. Then you'll see that the camera and your audio settings are already published here. All of that's there waiting for you. It's already set. If you need to turn your mic down a little bit, because usually the mics are pretty sensitive, then you can do that right there. Turn the mic down some. And then you have the capability of people talking back to you by chatting. You can answer them by typing back like I just did, or you would see them typing to you. And any user that comes on board, you'll see their number or their name sitting right here in the users that are online, because we chose to find all that information out. We chose for our chat box to be open. And basically, when you're ready to record, you want to make sure that all your lighting is correct, that you're in the middle of the camera and you got enough headroom and etc. Then you click Start Broadcast. Once you start broadcasting, you'll see a little red dot in the screen on the left-hand side there, and that lets you know that you are on the air and you're live. Anybody that comes to your website, your number.myvideowebshow.com, will be able to see you live. Okay. So once you finish, all you do is click Stop Broadcast. Once you click Stop Broadcast, you can actually close that window because you're finished with it now. And so now we need to find the broadcast that we just recorded. So now we go to the Media Library over here on the left-hand side, Media Library. Click Media Library. When you click the Media Library, the first link is My Videos. You click My Videos. And once you click My Videos, you will see the recording that you just did. This is the recording I just did. It says Auto Record July 6, 2011. Now I can come right here to that particular video and I can click it and open it up. And it'll play back for me. I can click play and actually play that video. Broadcast. Once you start broadcasting, you'll see a little red dot in the screen. Okay, so now you have some options here regarding the video. Let's say if the video I did was a little too long and I need to crop that video. I need to shorten where it starts. I need to let it start later, or I need to let it stop sooner. I have either one of those options to do. So here it is. I have 21 seconds here. And let's say it started here, but now I want to move its starting point right there. 3 seconds over. Okay? And then I want it to end a little sooner, a few seconds over. So now I'm going to crop that. I'm going to save it as a new clip. In my video tutorial show. Still keep it in educational category, and I want it to be published, and I'm going to save it, and I got to put a description, and I'm going to save it as a new clip. Take me back to the clipping editor. Now it's saved as a different clip size. Okay, now it's the size I want it to be. The second thing I have the ability to do is to download this video. So if I come here and click download video, what it allows me to do is actually save it to my computer. Well, when you save it to your computer, of course, you're taking up your storage space in your computer. So why would you even want to do that? Well, in the event that you did a video that maybe you wanted to turn it into a DVD, or maybe you wanted to send it to somebody or share that file with somebody. Well, you would have to have it on your computer to be able to use DVD burning software. So that's just one application of being able to download your file. Delete the video, of course, is self-explanatory, and then we can go to the video page. And that's letting you see it actually the way the audience is going to see it. Okay. Once we go to, let's go back to our dashboard and finish that. You also have a few little buttons right here underneath the blue buttons. Video details actually shows you the details of that video. Each video starts and gives you a thumbnail, and just a little thumbnail before they actually open up the video. Usually it's whatever the very first screen was, or the very first screen of the video was. But let's say you started your video and your mouth was wide open or your eyes were bucked and you said, oh, I don't want that. Well, you can actually come here and change that first screen. Move it over and say, okay, I want it to go 5 seconds further, and I want it to grab the screen there. And it says, are you sure you want to grab the player screen and set it as a video thumbnail? Yes. And it's going to move the video over to that particular place. Or maybe you had a place within your video where you looked a little better or you were smiling, and you could go here and check and click 1 minute into the video. I want that to be my thumbnail. Whatever the case may be. It's just sometimes, you know, your mouth is open or you got a funny look on your face and you don't want that to be the thumbnail everybody looks at. Or you can actually browse your computer and find a graphics that you want to put in its place. And then you update the thumbnail. Okay, once you do that, that's one option that you have for your video details. Then you also have video statistics. And you can actually view how many viewers were watching your video. You can actually keep an update of the bandwidth that you have available for that particular video. And this is so important. You can upload to YouTube. We are completely integrated with the social networks. All you've got to type in is your username for your YouTube account, your password for your YouTube account, and what category would you like it listed under. And when you do that and click upload to YouTube, Myvideotalk sends that video directly to YouTube. That's amazing. All right, so that's everything regarding your media library and my videos. Same thing relates to my pictures, because not only can you do videos, but you can add pictures to your web show. And the reason for that is sometimes you have things that you want people just to see, and it's not necessarily a moving picture. It's a still picture. And then thirdly, there are sometimes you want videos that you want to use from YouTube. So if you have something you want to use from YouTube, and we used to have to go to YouTube and come out of Myvideotalk and then come back into YouTube, but now we've integrated this third-party media into our system, where you can actually click search for media, type a category or a subject matter. Let's say we want to find something on love, and we want to check about relevance, because you can check on relevance, or if it was published, or how many people have watched it, or the rating. And then you can check upload it. You want it, everything about love that was uploaded today, this week, this month, or all time. Let's say this week. And then we're going to click search. Let's see what comes up. So we got a gummy love recipe. We got some Selena Gomez, Love You Like a Love Song. We've got hot hit detection. You know, all these are choices that we've got. And once you finish these, you can pick one, and all you have to do is, let's choose Peekaboo Love, and we click MP4, and we click download. And what it's doing right now, it goes to YouTube and starts downloading it. And if you see, we got a little arrow, it's got 5 views, and it says pending. So it's in the process of doing that. Once it's done, it'll be here in your download queue, and you'll be able to use it in any of your video web shows. But what's the reason why you really would want maybe videos? Well, because in our video web show, we have a thing called a show manager. And in our show manager, we can have what we call playlists. So we're going to create a new playlist. What a playlist is that you actually have 24 hours of capability to air. You can air 24 hours a day. You can have something playing at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever. So just imagine you've loaded lots of videos and pictures and YouTube videos into your video media library. Now they're all sitting here just like these are sitting here. And up here you have this timeline. 0, that's 12, that's midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way over till you get to the 24-hour period. And so we click a video, and we actually can, certain videos that I've already used, so let me find some that I haven't used. Okay, there's one. and you raise it up to the timeline and drop it there. And it drops for the length of time that it is. So here's this Denzel winning an Oscar. Okay, so it's going to play into that time. So now let's say if I wanted something else to play right behind that, then I would just click it and it would add it to the show. So I'm putting together my playlist that can play around the clock. So now I can come here and add something else. And then here's the new tutorial clip that I just did. So let's see if we can. So anything you want to add to the show, you're welcome to do it. And you actually go, like I said, around the clock. So now we've got all that done. Let's call this tutorial playlist. And we're going to save that. Playlist is created. You can preview, you can edit the mode, and you can watch the entire playlist that you already have done just by clicking the arrow. You can zoom, or you can make the playlist smaller. So the total time I have right now is 33 minutes and 37 seconds. Just imagine you have access to 24 hours. That's awesome. Then you can go here and assign your playlist. And you can go by duration or your last one that's modified. And I have a tutorial playlist here. Playlist does not have a description because I didn't put one. And then I click assign. And I can assign what show I want that playlist to be associated with. So I want this playlist to be associated with my video tutorial. And then I can determine when I want that playlist to start playing. Do I want it to start playing at the time that I have it up there, or play for another time? When do I want it to start? Do I want it to be an endless loop? Do I want it to continue over and over again? Or do I want to continue by assigning another playlist to this show? If I click here, I can back it up with additional playlists. I only have one there. But if I had one playlist after the other, they can be linked together. And then I can publish that playlist. That's amazing. That's what I'm talking about. That's our own video network. Now, if you have a particular show that you want to designate exactly what time it comes on, and maybe it comes on one time, maybe it comes on every Monday and Wednesday, then what you do is you come here and you click that particular event, like video tutorial, and then I give the name of that event. And let's call it tutorial debut. I'm not going to put let's see if I can do it without putting any pictures or anything right now. But then I want to schedule that event. I want it to come on once on July 6th at 12:55, or I want it to be repetitive, and I want it to come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at a particular start time, and how long do I want it to last. And then I just save that event. And then guess what? Automatically that will just take place. And then you can send out your advertising regarding that particular show. We come on every Monday, we come on every Wednesday and Friday, and people can come on and view that particular show at that particular time. That's awesome. And then once you do that, your entire list, you can have it where all the shows are listed. And so you can add those events right there. So when you want to add a new event, we just come here and we click video tutorial and write the details of that event, and again, when you want to schedule that event. Now let's go to community. Community on the left-hand side. We've got several things that, again, we're integrated with our social networks. We're integrated with being able to send people messages. And when people watch your shows, they have the ability to add you as a friend, and you want to encourage them to befriend you. And when they do, you're able to send them messages directly from your inbox. You're also able to allow people to follow your show like we do the news and other things that we have on the internet. They call them RSS feeds. Some people are real familiar with that. And again, like I said, people can ask to be your friend, and if they're your friend, you get a request saying you have to accept them as your friend, and once you do, they can receive information from you regarding your show at the click of a button. You're also able to block users, people that you know that haven't been nice or that you just don't want to be friends with. You can block them from ever coming onto your shows. And you can also start your own blog. And that's something that you can send out to your friends, and you can keep them abreast of things that are going on. It can be video, it can be text, it can be an accumulation of all things that you can write articles about, information that you want to give to people. It's amazing, amazing, amazing.
Unlike.
Then you've got tools. You've got tools that you've got available to you, and you can send out announcements regarding your shows, what's taking place, or you can send it directly to your Twitter account. You can also send people things that are followers of yours, and you can keep abreast of all the statistics of your show. What's going on with your show? How well is it doing? There are charts that are right here available to you for you to view the number of viewers per month for a certain period, how much bandwidth is being used per month, and you can keep track with everything. And then finally, your account information, where you can change your profile picture. It lets you know everything that you have, keeps abreast of your history, the last added friends, and also your billing information and your usage, and how much bandwidth and how much storage space, you actually have. It's all right there. All right, and that concludes our tutorial for our video web show. Have a great day.